my party people. Hello, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm here today with, what am I with? I'm with project number 7. Project number 7 today. Oh, I haven't even pulled out the beads for this yet. I just came down here. I've been, I did not put a video up the other day because I was shipping all day long. Is this the right one? Wait, there's 2. No, it's this one. Okay, here we are. So I was shipping all day today. Yesterday, was that today? Yeah, it was today. I was shipping, so I didn't get time to make a video. So I thought it's nighttime. I better hurry up and make this couple videos so that I can get them up there, you know. So anywho, if you're new here, welcome in. If you are not new here, welcome in. I hope you're all having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day. We are going to make these earrings, and it looks like it's going to be a wonderful, spectacular time, per usual. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. This bargain bead box, this is July plumage. It's been a little kind of more simple designs, and I'm doing that for the sellability of the items because I am headed out to a craft show. Well, it's a farmer's market, but I'm headed out to basically a market, and I wanted my items to be marketable. So we did end up with 9 projects this time, which is significantly more than we normally do, but it is what it is. And we get an awful lot of projects out of the bargain bead box. So there's that. If you have not participated in bargain bead box in the past, now we did just receive an email that they're going to go up to, I can't remember, $22, $22.50, something under $23 anyways for the subscription, the monthly subscription. But if you have not been involved and you want to get involved, you can use our code Thunderhorse86 at checkout, which will save you $2. 2 buckaroonies off of your first subscription. If you want to do that, you can. If you don't, that's fine too. But save yourself some coins. Let's jump down to the mat. Get this party started. All right, y'all, here we are, project number 7. This is project 7, and these are the beads that we're going to use. Now, I will say this is the first time in quite a long time that I actually did add something to the beads for this project, and it's the daggers. So this is a pretty simple design. We're just going to use what they've provided us, and then some of the beads, and then daggers on the bottom. Now, I am in debate if I want to use wire for that or if I want to use string. I've been reading this book recently, and they're using a lot of string, you know, and I mean, it's an older book, so and that makes sense, but I'm just like, is that what I want to do? I don't know. Things and stuff. I'm going to get my little cups here so we can split our beads out, and basically, I don't think I measured these at all. Seems like something I do. I don't think I measured these at all or counted them or anything. I think I just like put some in here and I was like, we'll use this amount. So, all right. Now I don't know if this one was already in here or not, but I guess we'll find out in the end. So, let's zoom it on in. It might be a little darker than normal because it is nighttime. Sometimes that happens with my camera. So these are going to be for this guy here. Let's just go ahead and start there. We'll put these to the side. And then we also are going to need a earring wire. Well, let me see what I have. Oh, this could be fun. Do I have 2 of these? Let me see. I do have 2 of these. Are they stainless steel? I think they are. I believe they are stainless. 1, Okay, get out of there. We've got like a million of them here. Okay, well, drop some. Yeah, seems about right. Use those. I got another pair to make. I'm going to get these out here just for that. Alrighty. So I'm going to use these earring wires. Now these are stainless steel. They are just fun shape and that's why I like them. But I will say when using these, always wear, whenever wearing a hook, always wear your little safety silicone back so they don't come flying off, you know. So there's that. Alrighty, I have taken it upon myself to split these into 3. It worked out perfectly. I've got 6 of these and 1 dagger. So now I am going to get us some, we got a couple of options. We could use beading wire and we could crimp, or we could use wildfire and do that. So I think what do I want to do? I mean, alright, well, I have this 7-strand beading wire, right? And to be honest with you, I think that that will work good for this specific situation because this is not holding a whole lot of weight. You know, every wire and every bead and everything of that, for all the findings, they have their place. And I think this is a good place for this 7-strand wire. So this is 0.3 millimeter. It's a pretty thin wire. And let's see, am I going to double it? Yeah, I think I'll double it. But I feel like for this particular situation, this is perfect because I'm not going to have a lot of weight on here. I just need it to be doing its thing. So I think it's going to be good times. So let's give her a whirl, shall we? I'm going to take the dagger and I'm going to string it to the middle and just marry up the ends. I got a little burr on that one, but hopefully it won't be too problematic. And just get a little snip. Okay. Alright. So there's that. Now, I feel like maybe we add a seed bead here, just so we don't see wire sticking out. And I think I have some up here. Oh yeah, I got this purple and I got green. I guess I'll go with purple. I got it in my hand. Maybe that's the ticket. I keep calling this purple, but every time I put it on this mat, it kind of looks pink. But whatever, it's fine. So I'm going to do a couple seed beads here. I'm going to go 1 on each side, 1 on each side. Gonna bring it down. Let's do 2, 2. Okay. And then let's bring them together. Is 2 enough? Do we need to do 3? Let's do 3. 3 on each side. 3 seed beads. Alright. Now, let's do 1 seed bead on both strands. Okay, so I got both strands going through this one little seed bead here. Marry up the ends, bring that down. We should get a little triangle looking guy, which is what we got. Now, there's a lot of options for this. You could do it however you want. You could not put the seed bead and you could just put these beads, or you could do a crimp. All kinds of business. So now I'm going to put these guys on here. And you know, since I'm using these seed beads, I'm going to throw one in the middle just for fun of these 3. So I have 3 and then a seed bead and then 3 more of these. And there we go. We have our dangle. So like I said, it kind of just depends on which way you want to go with it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a crimp. Now I'm going to use a bead, crimp bead. Let's see, crimp beads, crimp beads. Antique silver. Doesn't really look like it's an option, so I'm going to grab out some of these guys here. These are a crimp bead, and I'm going to take the crimp bead. I'm going to put it on both strands. And let's see, do we want to crimp right on, or do we want to use a jump ring? If we use a jump ring, we might have a little more movement, but we don't really need a lot of movement because we're using beading wire. So maybe I'll just crimp right on here. Why not? See what we get. So now I'm going back through the crimp bead. So all 4 of those strands are going through that crimp bead. Then I'm going to go through a couple of these beads here just for funsies. Not too many though, because that's going to affect your dangliness, you know. So beware. Bring that down. Bring that down. Okay, get it together here. Kind of gotta. We got this on the bottom, so we got to get rid of that. That slack, right? So bring that down, bring this down, bring this down, bring this down. Okay. Now give her a pull. They're looking pretty good. Okay. So now, I want it to be tight, but I don't want it to be too tight. You know, I want it to move. Mostly, this is kind of a different situation than maybe some other situations we've had. Mostly, I want, since I want this to be able to move freely. The wire that goes around the finding. So I'm actually pulling the bead down so it can have more movement, and pulling that bead closer to the strand here. Normally we would move that bead to the middle. I want you to see. But we're not going to do that in this case because we have all this down here. So I'm going to go ahead and crimp it. Okay, first things first. Boop. Then over here. Boop. And then we are going to trim. Didn't I say the other day, you guys got to be so sick hearing about this cutter. I said I was going to bring that other cutter down here, and you know what? I didn't do it. Hi. Get it together. Okay, just kind of wiggle and everything around here. We want it to kind of relax a little bit. Kind of got to find that nice spot, you know how that crimping thing goes. Because you want it to dangle, but you don't want it to be too tight. You know, I call that whole thing. Okay. There we go. Now we have to do this again. So, we're back to the 7 strand. Alright. We've got the dagger. Then we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Bring them together. Seed bead. Boop. Then we've got these guys. 1, 2, 3. Seed bead. Again, we're using both the wires as though they're one wire. 1, 2, 3. Boop. Alright. There's our next angle. Easy peasy. Now we're going to put on our crimp bead. Both wires through the crimp bead. Now we're going to go in here. We're going to come around this way. We're going to go through crimp bead and 2 beads. A little pull. Then we're going to bring all this down. We're going to start pulling all this down like so, so it looks like that. Once we have that done, we're going to bring in our chain nose. We're going to give this whole bit a pull to tighten it up. Then we're going to adjust so that our wire can move freely around this little finding. And we're going to pull the crimp bead down to the top bead. We're going to make sure there's no slack before we crimp, and then we crimp. We're going to go this way. Boop. Slippery little sucker, isn't it? Come here, you. There we go. And crimp. Then we trim. Try to get as close as possible. Then we maneuver. Now I pull on everything. If you're worried about breaking it, that's a problem, because things are going to happen. This is going to be dangling around. There's going to be earring stuff, hair things going on. So you want to maneuver it. You want to kind of give her a little bit of a trial run here. All right. Now we have 2. Last one. Last one. After we're done with this one, I will go ahead and pop off and go make the other earring so we can finish it up. By this time, you guys will be pros at making these little dangles. You won't even need me anymore. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1 in the middle. Did you see this? I poured out the perfect amount of seed beads. Bet I couldn't do that again. Bring it down. One, 2, 3. The very last seed bead. Sometimes when I deal cards, I'm like, oh yeah. When you cut the deck and you pick up the perfect amount of cards for everybody to get some, and I'm like, oh yeah, you should get extra points for that. Ooh. Should not get extra points for throwing your beads around. Come here, you. Alrighty. Okay. Last dangly bit. And we need a crimp bead. Put that on there. Go up here, through the finding, back through, both strands back through the crimp bead. This one's been a little bit silly pants. Come here, you. And 1, 2. Alright. Then we're going to pull all this down, including that bead. Make sure we got everything on there. I just flip it over because I just feel better about, because I'm right-handed, so it just makes me feel better about pulling with this chain nose in this hand. That's why I flip it over. It's just, that's just the thing. That's just a me thing. Okay, we pull out all the slack. Now we gotta wiggle, wiggle, wiggle this down. Again, making sure that the bead is sitting right on top of this guy here, the crimp bead. And we crimp. So I am still crimping. You can see here, I'm turning it to the side. I'm still crimping so that the wires are not crisscrossed. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's the wires. It's very hard to see. But when I go to crimp, I am still using the rules of crimping in that I'm trying not to get the wires crossed while I'm crimping. Crimp looks good. Give her a snip. Then we adjust. Another reason we want to adjust is if there's any little wires hanging out, you know, where you trimmed, but maybe it wasn't as close as it could be. Even if it is as close as it can be, sometimes it's a problem, you know. So we just really get in there. Okay. Alright. We are doing it. This one, untangle. All right, it's looking good. This one, for some reason, is not really wanting to lay there. Right there we go. I don't know, he's just kind of laying sideways like this. I don't know what he's doing here. He's gotta get right. I think he's just still a little bit tightened up. All right, that is our camera turns off. Then all we do is put this guy on. Oh yeah, stainless steel. Did you hear that? Just about lost a player. Cripes. Okay, put this guy on there. And like I said, we always want to have our little silicone back. And these are, this one will work. I have different types of silicone backs. These ones are kind of like fake backs. But I want the little, you know, just the little guy. I want, and there's one in here. Get to him. Okay, now we just put the little silicone back on here. And there we go. And we say, don't wear this without the silicone back. Alright, there she is. I'm digging it, I'm digging it. I'm gonna presto changeo and create the other one. I'll be right back. Ta-da! There we are. They are donezo. I really like how they turned out. I think using the beading wire was a wonderful choice. Thread would also be a wonderful choice, but I do like the crimp section of it as far as like tying it off onto a finding, so that works out pretty good. Like I said, this is just like, I think this is from Walmart. I don't know. Cousin. Yeah, it must be from Walmart. 7-strand 0.0 or 0.3 millimeter. This is something that you could use for this project, these types of projects, for like a fringe. It is a thin wire, so it's not going to, you know, we doubled it up and it's still giving us, you know, enough movement the way we want and things like that, but it makes it a little tougher. But it's not like your super strong wire that you might want to put stones on or something like that. But I believe that all of these things have a purpose, and this will work perfect for that. So I am quite happy with how they turned out. I really like them. I liked that, you guys aren't even going to believe this. When I dumped out the seed beads again for this one, I just dumped them on the mat. I got the exact amount again. And I just said I don't think I could do that again. So it must be my lucky day. I should maybe buy a lottery ticket or something. But here they are, looking smashing. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I'll have to get a photo here. Get a little photo for you. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I want to give a big shout out, let you guys know where we are with the goals. So we had a goal of gaining 30 members in 30 days. And if we achieve that goal, we were going to order Sam's bead box. I was going to unbox it, and then after I was done unboxing it on the channel, I was going to give it away in a ducky race to one of the members. So we are currently at 26 members, and we have until July 28th or 29th. I think it's the 29th. Until July 29th to gain those last 4 memberships. Hopefully we will be able to do that, and then I'll be able to go ahead and order Sam's bead box. A number of people had asked me if I planned on working with Sam's bead box, and maybe that's something that I'll put out in a poll. However, I just planned on ordering it and then doing an unboxing, giving my thoughts or you know, what have you, and then passing it along to one of the members, and that's kind of like maybe a perk, right? So I hadn't really thought about that quite yet, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, so I am happy that we are working, we're moving in on our goals anyways, so I'm happy about that. So that is super exciting. So I hope you guys are all having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.